Actually, I like to share my story. This business with me started from 3 years ago, May 2010. I was in the middle of situation that, in very difficult situation, financially and timely, I was in very tough situation. I have 4 children. I once had a house, but I lost it, and my business is going down. And can you imagine raising 4 children with no money? Was very, very tough. And I was trying to get an opportunity so that I could make money. You know, money is not everything, but it takes money to do everything. So I was looking for opportunity so that I can make myself rich. You know, I had at the time I was doing 3 different jobs. You know, job is like just over broke. So no matter how hard I work, I couldn't make me rich. You know, I still have to work. And all I had to do is go to sleep and get up and go to work and finish my work, go to sleep, get up and go to work again. That was my routine. And couldn't get out of there. And I got a news, more than 10 years ago, I was introduced a business model, new business model. That was my life-changing moment. At that time, I was shocked. You know, the business model was like this. If you introduce the business model to 6 different people, and they will introduce the business model to other 6 different people, it'll go on and on. And then it'll make you rich. I said, wow, I just introduced 6 different people and I'll be it. I'll be finished I said, wow, this is great. And I started spreading the word, and they say, Jason, you know, everybody was in that kind of situation and it's not going to work. I said, no, it's going to work. You have to do only 6 people. That's it. And then they'll do their part like that. And I was chasing that business model more than 2.5 years. And you know what? I had to quit because the reason why I started the business was I was doing waiter, you know, working for a restaurant, making $400, $500 a week. I try to overcome that income. I try to match that income so that I could quit the waiter job. But even after 2.5 years working, couldn't match it. In fact, I was able to make only like not even $100 a month, even after 2.5 years. And then that was my first experience with the network marketing. And then I tried another one, and third one, and fourth one. And now I said, no more network marketing, no more. But finally, you know, it was an accident that I met Atomy. There was a very countryside looking lady. Happened to meet her, and she introduced me, hey, Jason, try this cosmetic and try to sell this product so that you could be rich. I said, wow, is that really good? And why don't you try for yourself first? that was kind of situation. And then, you know, cosmetic, you know, I'm a guy, so I was like that. But I met CEO, Mr. Park, and he happened to be in New Jersey because he's trying to open U.S. market. And that was my fortunate that I met Mr. CEO Park. He gave us a business seminar, and then I said, wow, this is really something. Because all that information you heard today is his idea. One man dreamed of one day, I want to make many people be rich. Not only star player, like making $100,000, I mean, $1 million every single month, couple $1 million every single month, $700,000 a month. Not like few people. I want to make many people who makes almost $100,000 every single month. But you know what? You don't need more than that, right? Can you imagine making $1 million every month? But you're going to be eating only 3 meals a day. You're going to be wearing only a couple, you don't need much. Only you need is $100,000 a month. And I want to make as possible, many people like that, $100,000. And I said, wow, that's something what I was imagining long time while I was doing, other network marketing. Because at that time, I wasn't even making $100, but those people who on the top making $1 million every single month. I said to myself, wow, can they give up $900,000 every single month? Then if we give $100 to people, how many people we can give? 90,000 people get more, $100 more. There was a poll saying, more than 80% of people who divorced, they wouldn't divorce if they have $500 more income for their household. So money is really, really big part of your everyday life. So that was what my imagination more than 10 years ago, and that's what he's doing it. And I started this business 3 years ago because of Mr. CEO Park, and 3 years later, my volume is more than between somewhere $400,000 and $450,000 every single month. Remember, there's no monthly requirement, no joining fee, nothing. All you have to do is if you need, buy. If you don't need, don't buy. But people are buying and buying and buying, and the volume is more than $400,000 every single month. In 3 years, can you imagine? Can you imagine any business out there starting from zero, in 3 years goes to $400,000, $450,000 every single month. And I'm proudly to say, I'm making $10,000 every single month. Without Atomy, can you imagine my life without Atomy? 3 years ago, if I have to go back to 3 years ago, back to the past, right? 3 years ago, what if I didn't meet Atomy? Man, I cannot imagine. I'm making trips all over the East Coast. I just came back from Georgia last night. I had to make a seminar to New York, New Jersey, Baltimore, Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia. And then I come back to North Carolina, Virginia, and then come back to New Jersey. I came back last night. And you know what we are selling. You have to know what we are selling. You have to know what the Mr. Park is selling. He's not selling products. He's selling the business opportunity, and he's selling the opportunity that you could change your life. Certainly, I changed my life, making $10,000. It was my dream 3 years ago, only if I could make money so that I could support my family. At that time, you know what I said? Before I met Atomy, I could even sell my soul if I can make money. I was that bad, very bad situation. Atomy changed my life. And it will certainly change your life. Even though I stopped working with Atomy, my income is guaranteed for my rest of my lifetime. Okay. $10,000 is going to grow, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $80,000 a month. There's a lady making $80,000 a month in South Korea. She started 7 years ago. Not decades, not many years. No. Only 7 years. And only 3 years for me. Can you imagine 3 years later your life? Imagine your life 3 years later. What kind of life can you live? Do you think you can do it? Come on now. Oh, yeah. You're right. Do you think you cannot do it? No. Certainly you can do it. Korean people are very smart. Not me. Not many Korean. Few people are very smart. Not everybody. Average people, below average people. I see many below average people making success through Atomy. Okay. Not those, if you go to other network marketing company, it's impossible. Almost impossible, I should say. Okay. Almost impossible to make success. Only very few people who have capability, who has money already to invest. But Atomy is the only one. Even though you're broke, even though you have tons of debt, you could start with nothing. no matter what situation you are in, you can change your situation. Your situation is not going to be changed in one day. It's not going to be different. But you could change your thinking. You could change your mind. Everything is same. All the situation, all the world is same. But your thinking could be different starting from today. Many people wish they could be in the right place at the right time so that they could get the chance. We lost many chances. How many chances are you going to get in your lifetime? How many chances? You have tons of chances that you can change your life, but certainly Atomy is one of those chances. Okay. Certainly you could change your life through Atomy. Atomy is the one, and change your life. Not only your life, but the lives around you. And only if you introduce the Atomy business to them, opportunity, so that you could be rich. Many people, the sad thing is, I introduced this business model to many people, and they say, you know what, I don't have money to start the business. And it was true before Atomy, because all the business model out there, they require what? Joining fee. They require what? Monthly requirements, which is auto ship. They require annual fee. They require website fee. So they have to pay a lot of money even before they're making money. Right. But Atomy is not taking any money, but in fact, you will be making money, and then you will be glad making trips to, all over the world. And we are sitting on center of those people who are from all over the world. Can you imagine? Do you know any Mexican? Do you know any Korean? Do you know any Japanese? Do you know any Vietnamese, Filipinos? We don't have to make a trip to Vietnam, Philippines, China, Taiwan, Brazil, Mexico, Portugal. We don't have to make trips. They are here already, and we can share our story, and the story will go all over the world. Right sitting on this spot. I was doing this business for 2 years sitting on New Jersey, and my business went to all over the world already. So this model, with one ID, could go everywhere in the world, anywhere. So if you made the Atomy business ID, congratulations. If you haven't made the ID already, make one, because it doesn't cost anything. And all you have to do is, you have to take your full 1 year time, because your requirement is to buy at least one item in a year. So you have a full year to study about Atomy. Okay. And then if you decide to do it, buy one. You could spend $5 or $6. Does anyone can spend $6 a year? Oh, yeah. That you have to buy anyway? Then you could start the business. Not like other business. You have to have a lot of money to start. But this one, certainly you don't have to have anything. But only thing you have to have is your passion. That you want to change your life. Your activity. And your love. If you don't love your neighbor, don't go talk to them. Don't talk to them. But if you love them, if you like to share the story that you could save money and you could have opportunity that you could be rich, then share. Share the opportunity. So certainly you have to have passion and love. Everybody has two legs, right? My left leg, my right leg. Just like the Bible said, these two legs could go everywhere. And our CEO made it like that. 2 legs only. Only 2, left group and right group could go everywhere in the world. So change your life. Make your dream come true. Thank you very much.